up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited because we are going to be testing out the Colourpop California Love palette. And I'm just super excited because I have never actually tried Colourpop eyeshadows before, so it's going to be a first impression for the brand and for the palette. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so before we actually go in with any eyeshadows, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Primer. And this is just an eyelid primer to help the eyeshadows stick better to the lids all day. So I just kind of apply it with that, and then you can use your finger to blend that on out. And once you blend it out, it's not super tacky, so I typically don't feel the need to set it, but you could set it if you really wanted to. And now it's just time to go in with the palette, and this is what it looks like. Super duper pretty. I would be careful because when I opened this palette earlier and kind of just tipped it up like this, this shade right up here fell out. So something to keep in mind is that, you know, the packaging isn't the best. It is beautiful packaging, I think, but obviously the shadow wasn't in there the best, so just have to kind of be careful with it. I just kind of picked it up off the floor and just kind of tried to press it back in there, but again, be super careful. And it's not a cheap palette. It's, you know, in between high-end and drugstore. So it's just like kind of right in the middle ground. I think it is like $18-ish. I'll put the price up here on the screen, but yeah, so this is the California Love palette. It is super duper pretty and just kind of like a summertime palette in my opinion. It is very pretty, nice warm tones, orangey, kind of bronzy looks. So that's what we're going to be completing today. First, starting off in my crease, I'm going to jump into the shade Gnarly. It's kind of like a cooler tone taupey shade. And I'm just going to kind of buff this in the crease. Just to have our first transition shade. I don't want something too dark just yet. Alrighty, and then next I'm going to go ahead and jump into the shade Laguna, which is like this very pretty orangey shade. And I'm also going to kind of buff that in the crease a little bit lower than where we put that first shade. And I am going on the same brush. And this brush is from Wet n Wild, if you were curious. Very pretty. So these shades are very pigmented, so I'm just kind of tapping off the excess a little bit just because I don't want it to be so intense just yet. I kind of like to build the shadow gradually and then just kind of work my way up with it. And they do seem to be blending pretty nicely, and they have very nice pigment so far. Alrighty, next I'm going to go ahead and jump into the shade Gold Rush right here. It is a kind of more like a brown pinky-ish color. It does have a little bit of sparkle in it, so hopefully that won't interfere with our eye look today, but we're just going to kind of deepen up the outer V with it. And again, tapping off the excess. Very pigmented, so I just like to lay it down and then kind of flick it out. And then I'm also going to kind of work it in the socket of my eye into the crease. I don't want it to overshadow that nice orange color we had. We are going to blend everything out though, but I just want to kind of incorporate that, but not too much. Okay, I'm going to go back into the shade Laguna, which was that really pretty orange sunset kind of shade, and just lightly kind of blend just to bring that orange back into the look, because we seem to have lost it just a little bit. which is fine. I really like how that other shade, Gold Rush, just really complements this orange. It's kind of like on the orangish side. It's super pretty. I also really wanted to go in with this yellow shade, but I don't know. I don't know if it will go good. Okay, we're gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the shade Sequoia, which is this really pretty yellow shade. And I'm gonna just very lightly apply that just above where we applied the orange. Ooh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh. It just kind of gives me like a sunset vibe again. Very, very pretty. And this is on a different blending brush. This brush is from Profusion. Super pretty shade. Again, these shades are just like melting into each other. I really enjoy the blendability and just like workability of this palette in general. It's super, super pretty. All right, so all over the lid, I'm debating if I want to kind of go in with the shimmer or one of the pressed glitters in this palette. I think first I'm going to go in with the shade Cruisin', which is this kind of bronzy, goldeny shade down here. And first, I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my finger. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. Very, very pigmented. Ooh. And again, like these types of shimmery shades are better to use with your finger. They just have the best color payoff that way. And you don't have to dirty another brush. All right, so I actually want to add a little bit of deepness back into this eye look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Highway 1, which is this brown shade right here. And I'm gonna take a very dense eye brush and just kind of focus this right here. I don't want to bring this color too much into my crease just because I don't want to lose the other orange colors, but I'm just going to kind of focus this right on the outer edge just to bring some deepness. Just look at the difference. It kind of just brings a little bit more dimension to the eye. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Alright guys, this shade is a little bit patchy right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just going to really try and pack that onto this part of the lid. I didn't notice it applying patchy on the other eye, but this one is a little patchy. It could also be the brush. Let me try and use a different brush. Oh, that's better. I think that brush just wasn't applying it well enough. Ooh, this is so pretty. So I think I do want to try and add one of the glitters. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with El Captain, which is kind of like a rose gold type of shade. And that's what it looks like. Super pretty. It focuses. It's very, very pretty. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of tap that on. Now these are like actual glitters, this shade. So it's going to add a lot of like just glitteriness to your eye. There is a little bit of fallout just because it is a loose glitter. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and use a brush and spray it just because it is kind of giving me a lot of fallout with my finger. So I'm just going to kind of spray a brush and then just kind of apply it. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that is so glittery. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we'll end up blending it out. And the same thing on this side. It has a very nice golden kind of glittery vibe to it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take a clean blending brush and just kind of blend out the crease. And then I'm just going to blend out the edges where we put the glitter, just so it's seamless. Alright guys, I love this. It's very like sunset. I did a look similar to this in a Dollar Tree makeup tutorial that I will link. I also really like that one, but this one is also very pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final look. Alright guys, I'm back, and to give you guys a rundown on the Colourpop California Love palette, I really like it, and I feel like it'd be very good for the summertime. I probably really wouldn't use this in the winter time, just because it's like, I don't know, it just screams summertime to me. It has like palm trees on it, and it's just very like warm and like sunset vibe looks that you could create from it. The mattes, I did have a bit of trouble with them being patchy, but then again, that could have been from the brush that I was using. So because when I changed my brush, it ended up working better. So I feel like it was just my technique for that. So I feel like that this palette is actually very nice, and it's so pretty, and I think it's worth every penny. The glitters are amazing, and then the shimmers are amazing. You just get like a very great variety of things in this palette, and you could create so many different looks. You could do something a little bit deeper than this. You could do like an everyday look. It's just very pretty, and perfect for the summertime. So yeah, this was the completed look. I do have the Kiss 01 lashes on, if you guys are wondering. And then I kind of just finished up my lower lashes with the shade Laguna, and then I ended up using the shade Mission, which is the deepest brown in the palette, just to kind of deepen it up under there a little bit. And yeah, I actually really like this. I would recommend that you guys buy this. I'm definitely going to check out more Colourpop palettes in the future. They seem like to be pretty good quality, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down below any other Colourpop palettes you guys would like me to test out. I actually really like their formula, and I think it's a very good price. So let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, and click the bell so you get notifications of all my future uploads. And I'll see you guys in a few days in my next one. Bye!